What is up, everyone? This is Coach Austin here, coming to you from Hyper Strength and Conditioning here in San Jose, California, and with your Nerd Out and Workout podcast, where we nerd out, workout, and podcast. Almost messed up there, guys. I barely have my coffee. And today I am joined with Fitness of Tomorrow. If you have not heard about them, you will hear about them, and they are growing at a rapid pace because of what they're doing is so awesome. It's like watching something out of Tony Stark's lab. So I am joined by Anastasia. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah?
Anastasia. Yes.
Anastasia. And please introduce yourself, where you're from, all that stuff. The floor is yours.
Hello, guys. I'm from Russia, but now I'm working in France because our team based in France, and we are a group of people who are passionate of sports, of computer intelligence, and we hope that we can do training process of each of you easier, faster, smarter, and it's a time to go tomorrow, today.
Dude, that's so
we can do it with technologies already.
That's good. That's good. So we were talking a little bit before we started this episode, and you mentioned Anastasia mentioned that she was part of the Russian national team for snowboarding. Am I correct? Yeah.
Of snowboard cross, yes.
Snowboard cross.
Participated a few years, yes. So I'm double champion of Central region in Russia.
Two-time champion.
Yes. So I love this sport, and it needs a good physical preparation too.
Oh man. So everyone's wondering then, what is Fitness of Tomorrow? What is this thing that everyone's seeing on Instagram that looks like you're creating Ironman suits for all the weightlifters? Like what is what is this? Is it like a biomechanics thing, or what is it?
It's a mix of image analysis, of artificial intelligence, and of programming. So it's artificial intelligence which will estimate, which will give automatic estimation of movements. These movements can be absolutely different, but most popular it's weightlifting, CrossFit, like all these movements with barbell. Also it can be gymnastic, run, swimming, bicycling, but we are not too concentrated on this now because we are trying to work with difficult angles, difficult position, because we train the system to be more and more intelligent day by day. It's not easy. I hope in the near future it will surprise you.
It's already surprising me. I mean, it's really cool stuff. I found you guys through social media. One of our members here actually got scanned by it, by one of my buddies, and I think he's one of those like beta testers or something, and it looked really cool. So is your goal to use this on a phone or on a laptop, or how is it?
In the future, we have 3 variants. First variant, it's each a matter of fitness, of any fitness activity, of any preparation, physical preparation, should have his own helper in his phone. Like it will be application which will help you to do exercise with a good technique without mistakes, and it will recognize you online without delay, because now we are not working in the mode which it will be, because now it's our work still continuing, and after it will work in online mode. So each user will have his application with his Siri, maybe. What he will do. Second way, it's work with a professional coach who are their athletes and who need to improve their results. So they already know what they should to do, with what points they need to have more attention. So they will have detailed analysis in the way which they are concentrated in. And third variant, third way, it's we hope that this program will help the first world athletes to improve their personal records, to do new results, to show our world what human's body can do, because we don't know enough our borders in each sport. So this application will help in improving your detailed preparation to beat your results during competition.
That's good. That's exciting. So it's gonna be on the phone. So you'll basically gonna be launching it on the App Store for everyone.
Yes, it will be in App Store, in Android shop. Yes, we will do this.
And how long have you been starting this? Like, it's ongoing. Like you said 2 years. You started this 2 years ago.
We started to make this idea to realize, but this work is not our main work. So it's like our hobby, because we should to earn money, and now it's another way.
I feel you.
So this process we started to activate maybe last autumn, and it's not too long time really. So we hope that before the last of this year, you will see us on App Store.
Oh, nice. Do you plan to take it on the road, like on shows, conventions? Do you plan to do that?
Probably yes, but it's also not our main direction, because we think that if this technology will be useful for people, people will find it anyway. So yes, we should to know what's now going on in sport industry, but it's not the only one way. Yes.
Oh, you're just focused on all digital, all digital, like on the internet. They're gonna find you guys. So I found you. I found you through social media. I think you guys are getting a lot of. I know it's not the. You told me earlier it's not like your programming is harder, definitely, than maintaining an Instagram account. You know what I mean? But just the stuff, the quality of content that you guys are producing with it shows, and it's catching fire naturally, and it's awesome. And I wanted to kind of have the listeners get some insight on what sparked you guys to actually make this happen. What was that little fire that got you going, like, I'm gonna make this, we're gonna make this, like, we have to give this to the world? Like, what is that?
I think that each person who practice training day by day in a gym club feels that he's a little bit superhero. So it's a time why we can have like eye of superhero, like eye of Robocop, or you can feel you like you're inside this Iron Man cover. So you should to look what are you doing. You can analyze this. You can be more educated in what is your training process and what you can do tomorrow. So, and not to be injured in the same way.
Wow.
So because we all guys in our team practice sports, CrossFit and all this, and I participate in creating CrossFit competitions in Russia, and in this industry I saw many people who want to progress, and it's like global community, and when you want to do something which will be useful for all people, I think it's great. It's something which can help us to be in history and to help to have new records in the world sport. So it's what makes us what helps us to go forward.
That's good. What were you like doing? How was it? Just like from a meeting? Like, were you guys just like kind of talking to each other and saying we should really make this happen, or was it like you were watching Iron Man and you're like, I want to do something like that? Like,
it was like I think that all people doing videos, and I'm recording me enough often to look what I'm doing, to realize that my barbell is strict or not strict. Yes. So after this, me as a snowboarder, I have an asymmetry in my muscles. So I think that people who are doing sports with not symmetrical position, they also faced with this problem. So it's what I wanted to disappear from my training. So and I thought I want to do this. I want to see what I'm doing, and so we decided to try to do something. It was like a joke at first time, but really after day by day we realized that it's possible and we can do it for everybody, and it will be really intelligent system which can show people what they are doing, because we are humans and all this based on our humans body and our humans positions, but of course with a little bit difference in connection with sports about what we are speaking.
That's good. Muscle asymmetry is something that you presented, that you talked about. Like asymmetry in performance is something that all coaches talk about. Everything in training, it's like, oh, my left glute is weaker than my right glute. You know, like all the bars tilted. And I think you guys are really honing in on that pain point, because nowadays everyone's doing selfies on weightlifting. Like we're always recording ourselves, just like you said. We're always recording ourselves, and it does kind of help satisfy that curiosity of like, why is my bar crooked? Like why does my hip shifting to the right? And usually we'll just YouTube it, and it's like, oh, okay, like your muscles could be doing this or your muscles could be doing that. But you don't, like, if you're not trained, if you're not a coach, if you don't really know what's going on, you can't really be sure. And the way that you guys are pointing this out with this AI is really, really efficient. So when it scans you, does it, like when you place it, because I've seen it, right? Or it's already in action. You have beta testers. Do you have to like pinpoint your hips, your knee? Like do you have to like pinpoint all your joints, or will it like just scan you and be like, okay, this is where your vector points are, and
It's all this automatic system. It's
really,
yes. So it's detected, and there is a like. We can say that dip of the squat of the two person will be the same. Never, because each person has different
leverages. Mechanics.
But there is some things which are like red alerts. It's something which people who are only started to do in their training. It's like amateurs. They don't know about it, but they should know. So these things are common, and this is very simple, and this program doing very simple. But for advanced athletes, for weightlifters, for crossfitters, all this can be can avoir. Pardon, je parle français aussi.
It's okay. It's
okay. Sometimes it can be changed in accordance with the coach's needs. So we can educate these intelligent systems in accordance with each coach and with each athlete. But it's more difficult work, it's more precise work, and it's for really professional athletes. So in the common this artificial intelligence, it's just doing scanning and show the red alert points, which are really not good. And this is common for everybody. But all the other, it can be different in accordance with sport, with athlete, and with coach needs.
Okay, I mean that makes sense. But I assume that the app, you would have to like pinpoint the joints and do all this, but you're already saying that it's already scanning you, and it's already knowing where your pelvis is, where your shoulders are, where your knee, your elbows, your feet, your ankles. Like, that's impressive already. So that's pretty cool. So that already entices me to be like, dude, I'd totally be down to get this. In the beginning, did you have people invest in this, or this is all sweat equity? These are all, you guys are just working, doing this thing?
We are working about it, and we are still in this process, and probably we will do some announce about this later because I can speak a lot.
Oh, okay. That's exciting though. So people are reaching out to you. Like here and there. Am I correct?
Yes, because it sounds interesting for many people, and we should decide what to do with it.
And how are people finding you again? Just social media or no? Like word of mouth?
Yes, just because of Instagram, Facebook, and we didn't do too much work about it. It's just because we started to share the results
organic.
of our work, and we hope that it will be better after when we will start to work with our marketing.
No, it's you guys are doing good as far as the content wise. Like when you put in the muscle imbalances, when you say like, oh, because you did this movement, you need like the glutes aren't firing, the quads aren't engaging, or whatever. Your low back this and shoulders that. You guys had to manually input all that stuff.
No, it's based on our programming because we have. It's difficult to explain because it's better to speak with our IT team.
It's like an algorithm, right? Is that how it?
Yes, it's artificial intelligence. I don't know how to explain better because it's difficult process. It's difficult to explain, and it's not too easy to do because it's based on our postures and all the human's body's movements.
Dude, I mean, AI is really awesome enough. So here's a question: does the AI have a name? Does the program have a name? Like, do you give it a name? Like, you know how Tony Stark gives his name like Friday? Or
yes, it will have name because we had a few variants before, but then we decided no, it's not good. We will still continue to have this name like Fitness of Tomorrow. It's just for our team that we work with this project, but we will do a name after we will finish all the preparations, I think, because we're still thinking about what our child name will be.
Oh, really? Oh man. Do you have any do you have any names that you prefer? Do you like how does it work? Like, do you get to come up? You guys have to just agree on it? Like, well, what is it?
It's brainstorming normally, so I think it will be something like this and something original.
I love it. So, you talked about how in the near future, you're going to have it, I guess, the current version that you're working on, you're going to have it on the App Store for both iOS and Android. Is that how it's going to work for both phones or both types of operating systems?
Yes, it will be adapted for all type of smartphones.
And how close is that? Like, now we're going into the future of Fitness of Tomorrow. What is
we are working about it, and we hope that we can do it as soon as possible, but probably it will happen before the end of this year, but maybe faster. I don't know exactly. We are working on this way.
Oh, okay.
It needs a lot of work.
Oh, yeah? How has the working with the beta testers been? Like, are you finding...
Work with what? Excuse me?
Like the people who've been reaching out to you to use it on their... Yeah, I think it's like called beta testers or people who like kind of... the testers, the people are using it now.
Some of these people, it's people who I know because of my experience. Some of these people is just people who we looked through Instagram and who are interested or who are inspired athletes, who inspired others. So we decided to show them what we can do. And normally we received reactions like it's something incredible, it's very interesting, it's what people waited for. So we are ready to help more, but we need to do this process more faster and more powerful. So we hope that in the near future we will help everybody because we received a lot of message and unfortunately we can't answer to everybody.
Yeah,
but
a lot.
Please be patient and we will do all the best for all the people.
No, that's good. Well, that's kind of like a good problem, right? So you guys just meet up every week and just work on this thing, or every day?
Yes, and even just it's like remoting work. Yes.
And what sports you're really focusing on the weightlifters right now, right? Is that what it is? Like weightlifters, CrossFit. Like what other movements can it do right now? Or can it scan and analyze?
It can do all plyometrics, all gymnastics, because we started to work with Russian Federation of Workout.
Wow.
It's like sport, also sport, official, like calisthenics. So it's gymnastic, weightlifting, plyometrics, run, because we started to work with athletes from athletics, and swimming, but swimming we are not too concentrated on it, because everything will be possible when we will finish programming, because we still trying to do it the better and better, and when it will be finished, it will work with all kinds of sports.
Oh, nice.
So,
are you working with Olympic athletes right now?
We are in connection. We received their opinion about all this, because it's interesting for many people, and but we are not in real collaboration. But we will do it, I think, yes, because people asked for this.
That's good. In what regions of the world are highly demanding this right now? Is it like Europe, the States? Where are you seeing it? Australia, like Canada?
We received messages from all the continents, and it's really motivated us, because we saw that we are useful and people waited for this, and it's really motivated us to work faster. So we had messages from all the continents, from the South America, from Asia, from New Zealand, from India. So it's really huge number of athletes.
Oh,
so guys,
man.
we heard you, we saw you.
That's good. That's good. So now we're going to move on to what you guys nerd about. So aside from working on this awesome stuff, it's like this is definitely going to turn, like, basically shift the fitness industry into something else. This is awesome. You guys are ahead of something that's great. But what do you guys do in your downtime? What do you nerd out about? Do you watch anime? Do you read comic books? Do you play video games? What do you do?
We are doing all this. We're playing virtual reality games. We're practicing each day gym club training and remote coaching, and we like science fiction. And all this together. I think all this is the result of all the sections. So, but we also, I will plan to finish my education as a sport coach in France too, because I don't have graduation in France. I was graduated as a CrossFit coach in Russia, and I finished faculty of recovering in Russian Physical Culture University as a master. It's like rehabilitation. But we think that education shouldn't never be stopped. So there is no borders of being better than you are, and knowledge it's a power. So we continue to discover all this, like anatomy, movements, training, programming of training, not only programming.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yes.
What training do you do right now? Do you do CrossFit? Do you do weightlifting?
I'm doing strength and conditional training, and I'm working with a coach in France now, one coach, and I doing progress in my strength and power. Yes, and I'm also practicing snowboarding, of course. So all this together, it's to help. But CrossFit, sometimes not orthodox, so crazy CrossFit. How it can be usually, which can do a harm to you, because as you know, many people who are starting to do CrossFit without understanding what it is, they can do a lot of injuries. So I like CrossFit, and I did it a lot, and I participate a lot before, but now it's just sometimes because CrossFit today don't help me to become better in my main sport. So I prefer to do another training preparation, which is more precise for me. So, but it depends from different sports, because athletes who prepare themselves for CrossFit, for example, they can use our program to compare these multi-repetitions training, because we already did it. We started to compare repetitions in a row, like when you do 10 or more reps, and you can see the results of this. So all this is interesting for us, and all this will be realized with our program.
That's good. So you can compare your movement from before and play it side by side with your current movements.
Yes, and we hope that, for example, each athlete, they normally doing a training cycle, so you can record you at the start of your training cycle. You can record you like in the middle of your training cycle and after your training cycle. So each user of this application will have their history of their analysis of the training, and can compare the progress, can look it. It will be visible. It will be real. It will be something that you can really change your position of your body, position of your joints. So it will make this process more intelligent, and we hope that also it will increase the level of coach's work, because coach should become more educated after this too, because it's also important.
That's good. Are there any pushback from other coaches? Because I can see how there's like some old school coaches who are like, oh, they're trying to replace coaches and da-da-da-da-da. How can they do that? They can't. This program's not going to replace me. Like, what do you say to those people?
We will always will have two ends of the stick. So always people will have different opinion, and somebody thinks that real people will never replace intelligent systems. And from one point of view, it's true. It's true because really you need to have a real human who will say you at least once in your life what you should do, or to show how you should do this exercise. But or if you work with a real high level, with real professional athleticism. But in 21st century, we also can have easily something which can help you to do many things without human, because today it's a time of replacing a lot of simple functions by intelligence. So we think that it should be together all this way, like a human coach, professional will never replace intelligent system, but intelligent system should be a weapon or
like a
tool. We like a tool which will help coach to make their work more better than they did before. And I think in this way it will never be concurrence. It will be always like a tool which will improve the results.
That's good. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that this should be used as a tool. It's gonna help. It's gonna help great coaches even become even greater.
Because it's like a book. When you read a book and you didn't understood what is it, so you should to have somebody who will interpretate to you what is it. So a coach here will make it more clear for their athletes. Yes, it's we're speaking about high level of preparation, not about matters. Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean I totally agree with that. I can see it. I just know that there is that argument out there, and it's very visible of like people of other coaches who can feel like AI is not going to know better than me, but at the end of it all, it's like just use it as a tool type of thing, and that's why it's like really exciting to see what you guys are doing, and that's good. That's really good. So at the end of each episode, I ask my guests a random question, and I'm pretty sure you know what I'm going to ask you. I don't know if you heard the other episodes. I'm going to ask you like a question, and you're just going to have to answer without any like further explanations, because my people are like, what? So I'm going to ask you this question, and you just got to give me the answer that you pick, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
I will try.
Okay. Lord of the Rings or Rocky?
Lord of the Rings.
Really? So you already knew what I was gonna ask. Did you know already? Did you know I was gonna ask that?
No.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Why Lord of the Rings?
Because they have nice hobbits.
I love it. I love it. All right, Fitness of Tomorrow. Do you have anything else to say to our listeners? Anything to look out for, to wait for, to watch for before we end this?
You should stay tuned. You should be patient, and you should believe that your training will be incredible in a few months.
That's good. And where can they follow you guys? Your journey. Where can they follow you guys?
You can find us in Instagram, Fitness of Tomorrow. You can find us in our website, fitnessoftomorrow.net, and in Facebook, it's Fitness of Tomorrow. So it's easily.
There you go. And all of those links will be on the show notes, ladies and gents. Feel free to check that out and find your way to them and follow their journey, because these ladies and gentlemen of Fitness of Tomorrow, they're doing great things, and we're really excited to see what they can do or what else they're going to do. This is Coach Austin from Hyper Strength and Conditioning with your Nerd Out and Workout podcast, where we nerd out, workout, and podcast. Thank you for coming on, Anastasia.
Thank you for inviting us.
Of course. And we will see you guys later.